Hello and welcome back for the third season of The Scoop. I'm your host, Lauren Mandel. We hope you had a wonderful summer and are just as excited as we are to get this show rolling again. This season comes with exciting new additions, but still the same old funk that we know you love. Stay tuned for coverage of New York's Fashion Week from our always beautiful fashion correspondent, Paige Harnick, as well as a panel sit-down where we'll be discussing the legacy that Joan Rivers, one of my personal idols, has left behind. Plus, Vanderbilt's own beauty queen Madelynne tells us exclusively the top 5 things she's learned competing in beauty pageants. All that and more on The Scoop. The annually held Life on the Lawn fundraiser will be held this Friday on Alumni Lawn right here at Vanderbilt. The concert will be headlined by the Chainsmokers and will also include 2 Vanderbilt musicians, Julia Cole and Michael Pollock. All proceeds from the event will go to benefit the Mary Parish Center, which provides shelter for abused women. Make sure you get your tickets because you won't want to miss this event. Apple has officially announced the release of the 8th generation of the iPhone 6. Apple also surprised customers with the announcement of the new Apple Watch, which is basically a smartphone for your wrist. You can make and receive calls as well as send messages to those on your contact list. Although the Apple Watch will be released in 2015, you can get your hands on the iPhone 6 as early as September 19th, but prepare yourself for some long lines. 4 million phones have already been pre-ordered. If you don't already know, I am a huge TV junkie, and there's nothing I love more than watching the new series premieres every fall. My most anticipated picks include Blackish, a story of one dad's efforts to establish a cultural identity for his family after he discovers his children don't have one. Gotham, the origin story of Commissioner Gordon, coming to Fox, starring the OC's Benjamin McKenzie, and of course the one and only Shonda Rhimes' new series, How to Get Away with Murder, starring Viola Davis. Let us know what you're most looking forward to by tweeting @thescoop_VTV. Not only did fall TV season start, but the pageant season has officially started with the new Miss America being crowned. Now over to Madelynne for the dish.
A personal congratulations to Miss New York and her cup stacking abilities for winning. While I'll never redefine the talent portion of a competition, I'm here to share the top 5 tricks I've learned through pageants that can help you survive college. 1. During an onstage question, my ridiculously heavy earring fell out. Even though the announcer returned my earring, he could not find the back. I tried hairspraying my earring in, let alone things that just don't need to be said. But none of those worked. 30 seconds before I had to go back on stage, I spotted a veggie tray. Desperately, I nibbled on a carrot to the size of an earring back. It actually worked better than the earring back itself. What I'm trying to say is be creative and willing to try new things. 2. Some of the girls I had met backstage had tried the binge diet for a week for their swimsuit body. However, this did not give them the healthy and fit abs they were looking for. So they used brown eyeliner to try and draw on abs. The judges commented that it looked like they had hair on their chest. Nothing beats dedication to the gym and healthy eating. 3. Everyone loves having silky looking legs, but no one likes wearing pantyhose or shaving every day. Tips from backstage. Spray hairspray on your legs. It will give them enough shine to grab attention, but won't make you look like Edward Cullen in the sunlight. 4. The biggest fear of pageant girls is when we finally get on stage and smile, we will have bright red lipstick on our teeth. For college, this could mean having red teeth while talking to the boy you like. Here's a tip. Suck on your thumb to wipe away any lipstick that is too close to your teeth, like this. Finally, Miss Universe in her first pageant fell down a flight of stairs on preliminary night. Rather than hang her head, she picked herself up and started clapping. The judges immediately followed suit, and she avoided an awkward situation. If you make a mistake in college, applaud yourself and move on. I hope this helped you, and now back to you, Lauren.
Thanks, Maddie. In news across the pond, Kate Middleton and Prince William have announced to the world that they are pregnant with their 2nd child. Kate shared this exciting news with her family just this past weekend before it was revealed to the public. The family would have preferred to have kept the secret since Kate is only 8 weeks along, but just like with baby George, she is experiencing terrible morning sickness causing her to miss events, which is why Kate and William thought it would be best to conceal their joy no more. The couple is very happy and very excited, while a source close to the royal family said that everyone is delighted. So, will it be a baby prince or princess? Tweet us your predictions at @thescoop_VTV. Nashville sweetheart Taylor Swift came clean in her recent Rolling Stone expose regarding her music, love life, and overall happiness. While walking through her home of New York City, Swift told Rolling Stone that she has never been this close to happiness before in her life. She is extremely proud of her new album 1989, which, in a bold move, completely strays away from country. The album also shows a whole new side of Swift, as she doesn't diss on any exes. She is invigorated being single and spending her time with new girlfriends like Lena Dunham. This new side of the Shake It Off singer also came out in her recent heartfelt Instagram response to a girl who was bullied. Whether you like it or not, this new Taylor is genuine, bold, and not afraid to show it. I think we can all agree that the real it girl of the moment has been the stunning and talented Jennifer Lawrence. So after the recent news of her split with X-Men co-star Nicholas Hoult, the question on everyone's mind was, who is this A-list actress going to date next? And while we wouldn't have seen this one coming, apparently the young starlet has been cozying up to Coldplay's Chris Martin. The rock star recently had a conscious uncoupling from his wife Gwyneth Paltrow this past March. Lawrence and Martin packed on the PDA at a Hollywood hotspot Chateau Marmont this past Thursday. We'll be keeping an eye on these two. And now, let's take a look at Vanderbilt Television's newest show, A Mid-Semester Night's Dream. I had a chance to sit down with two of the show's producers to discuss their promotional event, A Play of Sorts. Check this out.
A Midsummer Night's Dream is a web series based on Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream.
And it's going to be set in a college, so we'll have the traditional Shakespearean speech in a modern setting.
The show will be 10 episodes, and we have a lot of things planned. We're featuring a lot of music by local musicians. We have some great, really talented actors from Vandy and outside of Vandy who will be performing.
Romance, there's magic, there's lots of mayhem and mix-ups and comedy.
A Play of Sorts was an event that we did with tongue-in-cheek. So we memorized half of the lines, and then during the performance, the improvisers would do a scene with us, but they didn't know what scene we were going to do or from what play. So they would make up their half of the dialogue, whereas we had memorized ours. We did several Shakespearean plays, but we also did works inspired by Shakespeare, like She's the Man and 10 Things I Hate About You.
I've got some insight for you into a very complicated girl. Just one question before we start. Should you be drinking alcohol when you don't have a liver?
No.
I think the funniest scene was probably Kate and Megan Navi because they were doing Hamlet, and it was just really funny because Kate had a skull prop, and as soon as she pulled it out, Megan just like responded perfectly to it. She just like freaked out, like, what is that? What's going on?
Whoa! Okay. So I thought we were just gonna bury it.
I think one of my favorite moments was the scene with Tails and Nick for Romeo and Juliet when Tails was like improvising and she said she ended what she was saying and then Nick's next line fit together so funny.
Oh, gentle Romeo.
Yes.
If thou dost love, then pronounce it faithfully.
I love this chick. I love the way she smells, I love the way she looks, I love giving her compliments. And I love that she's so forward.
Then I must frown and be perverse.
You can find us on VanderbiltTelevision.com, and you can also find us on our YouTube channel, which our username is Third Star Productions with a 3.
I'm really looking forward to Mid-Semester Night's Dream, coming to VTV in October. I am so happy to be back and reporting on my favorite topic of the year, New York Fashion Week. Being a New Yorker and a lover of everything fashion, can't help but say that Fashion Week is my #1 guilty pleasure. Whether it's stalking my favorite bloggers' behind-the-scenes updates or scouring the internet for the runway highlights, everything about it makes me smile like a giddy schoolgirl. My job here is to inform you all about the major moments from New York Fashion Week. So first off, the celebs. From Anna Kendrick and Emmy Rossum to David Beckham and the Kiddies, courtside at Fashion Week is on par with courtside at the US Open for fashion-forward starlets. Some celebrities even made appearances on the runway. For example, Miley Cyrus paired up with designer Jeremy Scott to make a one-of-a-kind line of accessories and clothing. Miley chose to name her line of accessories Dirty Hippie. I don't think she could have picked a more Miley title than that. The combination of Miley and Scott's designs resulted in a mishmash of color, pattern, and chaos. Not my favorite of the week, but Miley, you do you, babe. Another celeb that was all the rage for New York Fashion Week was Kendall Jenner. Kendall absolutely killed it. Modeling for Diane von Furstenberg, Ralph Lauren, Donna Karan, and Tommy Hilfiger, she was literally fire. Fashion Week establishes the hot trends and designers for the upcoming season. So according to the designers, Army Green is the #1 color for this fall. I feel like that's a pretty standard color for fall. However, designers are using this gorgeous green on accessories like sneakers and hats, as well as purses and scarves. Make sure to stock up on your camo, ladies. My personal favorite lines include Rebecca Taylor, Carolina Herrera, J. Crew, and I'm always a sucker for BCBG. Now, if you really want to see something fabulous, check out the Vine of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen that is painfully awkward, or the Ice Bucket Challenge that happened on the runway day 2. Enjoy. Now join Gio, Allie, Lauren, and myself as we discuss the unforgettable Joan Rivers and the legacy that she has left behind.
Thanks, Paige. So of course it's so appropriate that after discussing fashion, we discussed Joan Rivers, star of Fashion Police. So I brought in some experts to talk about it. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Gio.
I'm Allie.
And I'm Paige.
So I'm a huge fan of Joan for many reasons, but maybe you guys want to share some of your favorite reasons or memories of Joan?
Well, my favorite thing is definitely Fashion Police. I think that's like a lot of people know Joan through Fashion Police, and that's kind of like what skyrocketed her career. And I really like all her like snarky comments and like all the great fashion stuff she would say.
I feel like stars love her. Like she's saying terrible, hilarious things, but she's the kind of person who can say it and people respect her so
and they'll
much.
laugh at it too.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, even her new comedy segment, the In Bed with Joan, so many starlets come and they like love her. They like love the jokes that she jabs at them. It's just so funny.
She's the only one who can get away with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I love how close she is with her daughter and her grandson and her family. And she even had a show briefly with her daughter called Joan and Melissa, Joan Knows Best. And I just really admire her dedication to her daughter and her family.
So I read a book this summer. It was We Killed It, the Rise of Women in Comedy. And of course, chapter 1, Joan Rivers. And it talked a lot about how she was a new type of comedian. So she was on The Late Night with Johnny Carson, and she was like the first female to really like get up on that desk and like, well, probably physically and like hosting as well as hosting. Knowing Joan, she probably did it all. And I think she's just like a big inspiration for so many current female comics, like Sarah Silverman, made a big tribute to her and spoke about her and at the funeral, I believe. And so it's really cool. She left a beautiful legacy.
It just wasn't her time. I stand by that.
Yeah, not at all.
I know, I didn't even realize she was 81 until I read that she died.
She's flawless. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for joining us on our first episode of Season 3 of The Scoop. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and more. Join us next time. I'm Lauren Mandel. Thank you guys.